On a headset and placed himself in our broadcast position. Kobe, this is really terrific. Thank you for coming by.
No, I'm always happy to stop by.
Western Conference battles, always fun. This time it's the Los Angeles Lakers intent on protecting home court. And as the focal point offensively, reading the defense, so critical to have that split-second reaction and trying to figure out where their defense is going in such a short time frame. It's amazing.
Well, that's part of the magic trick because it's already figured out,
yes,
right, through film. So when I watch a game, I know what their coverages are, right? So I know
you could figure out what, because there's so many coverages. I mean, let's face it.
But they all kind of do the same thing, right? So when you watch the game, if I'm preparing for the Bulls or preparing for whoever, I can look and see what their defensive packages are because they can't just throw something new in there, right? Because they've been doing this defense since training camp.
Right.
So you're generally going to see the same rotations. So now I can put guys on the floor and set up the pieces to take advantage of that rotation.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Denver, Anthony out there with Martin. Then there's Carter. That's Camby, and it's Iverson in at two guard. Trying to get open is Camby. Good on the shot.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
And Kobe, you look at the different styles and different approaches that teams employ. How much input did you have to say, hey, this is what I'm seeing. This is how we think we should play?
Yeah, well, that was the beauty about Phil's system. The triangle was that the players had to take the responsibility of making it what it was. Right? He gave us a format to play out of, and he gave us the structure. Within that structure, you have a myriad of options.
Right.
And it's our responsibility, it was Michael's and Scotty's responsibility, to figure out how to put Luke Longley, how to put Derek Fisher in the right spot on the floor to take advantage of the defense that you're facing.
Sounds complicated.
No, but when you look at it, like the triangle, it spells things out very simplistically because you have rules.
Right.
When you have rules, then it's very easy to say, okay, when this happens, this happens. When that happens, this happens. Right? So it makes the game very, very easy to measure. And so things don't happen on accident. They happen with intent.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Habit. Cook the pass to Bynum over Camby. Bynum, no good.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaways really his only choice.
Kobe, a lot of guys would keep written notebooks on team styles, individual players. Some do it mentally. What did you do?
I used to do that too at the start, and then I started kind of looking at the lineage of coaches. I started figuring out that most of them come from the same coaching pedigree. Therefore, the defensive packages are pretty much the same.
So you study coaches.
Well, yeah, because the defensive schematics are all the same. Like if you look around now, how many Popovich disciples do you have?
A lot.
Right, so you're essentially playing against the same defensive strategy that you would see against a Popovich team. The same offensive philosophy that you would see from the Popovich team. Right, so it's all consistent. It's all there.
Outside Anthony. And that one is good.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Carter pulls it in. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Suns. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Fisher against Carter. Fisher, the pass to Cook. Martin with the block. It's stolen by Ariza. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Knocks down the three ball.
Yeah, you got to know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
Pass to Carmelo. Trying to get open is Campbell. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got 6.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
Main man is out there with the Prophet, and it's ABC. Then it's Walton, and it's Odom, and at the 5. That's the Laker 5. And they're able to recover. Farmar with the bucket. The Nuggets trail. Let's talk about something that I know fascinates basketball fans, Kobe, having that competitive streak, which is something that runs deep for you. Talk about the desire to dominate and completely destroy your opponent.
Well, it's the spirit of competition, right? I don't think you're doing anybody any service by going out there and competing half-hearted. Right? If you truly respect the person that you're facing, and the right thing to do is to compete as hard as you possibly can against them to bring the best out of them. And that's on both ends of the floor. You can't be a one-way dominant player. You can't just compete on the offensive end and take it off on the defensive end. You got to play both sides of the ball.
Your motor never stops. I mean, that's from our perspective on the sideline, watching you play on both ends of the floor, like you said.
Yeah, you got to keep going. And to do that, you have to train really, really hard in the off-season. I mean, that's a lot of conditioning. It's a lot of weight training, right? You have to train in extraordinary ways in order to do extraordinary things.
It's taken away by Smith. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Iverson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Well, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Now, here's Walton. No points in the game yet for him. Now here's Odom. Not a lot of room. That one doesn't drop. The Nuggets leading by 4. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And it's encouraging seeing Iverson just bury the 3 ball. When he's got that shot going, he is basically unguardable.
Los Angeles with another miss. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Nene up top. Back to Iverson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luke Walton. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Lakers. Andrew Bynum's checked in for ABC. Risa comes in for Walton. And Kobe is subbed in for the Prophet. Big group substitution here for Denver. Marcus Camby is checked in for Nene. Anthony comes in for Hutter. Eduardo Nahara checked in for baddest one. And it's Carter in for Iverson. The free throw drops for Camby. Fisher's checked in for Rain Man. And both free throws good for Camby. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Well, Kobe, I know you can't stay any longer, but I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of our fans watching and playing the game tonight. Always a pleasure to have you drop by our broadcast.
No, thank you for having me, man. Anytime.
There he is, the legendary Kobe Bryant. And you know, Chris, you and Kobe both playing from the same era of the NBA. He was sharing his thoughts about current trends in the league. You feel it's different from when you and Kobe both played?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you look now, just defensively, when we came into the game, hand checking was allowed. Then after that, zones were allowed in the game. When we first came in, you think about the three-point line. The best three-point shooters in the game. Maybe we're allowed to take 2 a game at that time. Now you see guys, they can let it fly 6 or 7 times, 10 or 12 times, 15 times. So I do think that the game has changed, but I just think that's great because the game has evolved. I love watching where these young players are playing and their skill sets now, and I can't wait to see where the game goes.
Shot by Odom, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Aggressive pass on the break, straight up the court so he can get all the way to the bucket.
Lakers trail by 11. 36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Bryant. The 19-footer is on the money. Kobe He's got 11 points.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Pass to Anthony. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anthony's got the lead up to 11 now for Denver.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
With 2 seconds left, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And that's 13 points for Kobe Bryant. And so it's Denver in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson, a stellar first half for Carmelo Anthony. He had 12 points and 1 assist. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage.
Thanks for joining.
Happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, he has been everywhere.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Can't be out there with Martin. Then it's Anthony, then it's Iverson, and it's Carter in at the point guard. Bynum. You know, for years, the adage has been that C-Web big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Captain B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make an easier adjustment to the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they entered into the roles.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Anthony, a perennial all-star talent, specifically because of that scoring ability, one of the best in the business.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment. Indeed, what a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Los Angeles calls timeout. And C-Web, so many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, 2 of the greatest players to ever play the game, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs, that's the gold standard. I mean, Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year. I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
Lakers trail by 11. Left side, Bryant. It's rebounded by Camby. Camby's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Trains the three-pointer. Bryant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's one of the guys having a solid game tonight, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
Here's Anthony. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Farmar, defended by Carter. Cook looking it over. Here's the pass to Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. Fades away. That one a little long.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Iverson with the bucket.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
To the middle, trying to find Martin. He's got it now. No good that time.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
The Profits checked in for the Lakers. The Nuggets also changing it up. Nene comes in for Marcus Camby, and Battiswan subbed in for Cook.
Great work right there on the inbounds play, getting the bucket before the D has time to react.
Iverson kicks to Kleza. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luke Walton. That's foul number 2 for him. And Los Angeles with some changes. Captain Clutch, he's checked in for Cook. ABC comes in for Walton. And Fisher subbed in for Rainman. Hunter's checked in for Denver. Smith comes in for Carmelo Anthony.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Passes it to Fisher. Outside, Kobe. And Kobe throws it down.
And Bryant just plays without fear. In fact, he's constantly looking to score through the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw tonight.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
Fisher against Iverson. Got a hand on it. Odom kicks to Vujacic. Again, the Lakers.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. Smith for 3. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
Nothing feels as good as knocking down a buzzer beater.
Carmelo Anthony getting it done for the Denver Nuggets. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out on the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Oh, yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish down.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Fisher. Captain Clutch is out there with Trevor Ariza. And there's Bryant. And it's Vujacic in a shooting guard. That's the Laker 5. Fisher with the ball. Iverson picks him up. And the dunk by Odom.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. The Nuggets leading by 9. Here's Iverson. Smith outside. Iverson outside. 6 to shoot. A 3-pointer is right on target. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Los Angeles calls timeout. You know, C-Web, every player wants to play in a system where what they do best is always highlighted. It brings out their strong points. What are some of the plays or actions that best suited your skills when you play?
One of the things that I needed was a great point guard. So whether it was Rod Strickland, whether it was Adrian Johnson in Golden State, of course my man Jay Will, that was guys that could give me the ball, that would trust, that would throw it up. Also, then that I could handle the ball, draw a double team, and get it out to them, and they could knock down the shot. Having a great shooter like Apasia would allow me to grab a double team and to look for him on the opposite side. So I needed teams that had great ball, that had players that could knock down the open shot. And then a team that could run would allow me to push the break or allow me to fill in the break and kind of do everything. Teams that would allow me to be positionless and not just be rigid or old in their ways and say, we play old traditional basketball that doesn't allow anyone to flourish with what they've been working on in the offseason.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to find out what Los Angeles' coach was going over with his guys. He said, do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Anthony taking his time here. Iverson passes to Carmelo. Fires from 14. Rebound the Lakers.
That's giving him too much space from there, man. If it doesn't hurt him there, they can't keep doing that.
Here's Ariza. No good that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. 2 shots. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Fisher with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. Carter against Fisher. Martin with the block. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And stolen by Iverson.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nuggets.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Carmelo Anthony.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Carter outside. Back to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Off the left rim and out. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Fisher can't hit.
Now, defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
Ariza against Anthony. Iverson kicks to Carter. Anthony left side. Pulls up on the wing. That's in there. Carter with the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.